we are not actually wearing the similar shade to what the markets are performing right now, but there is a counter that is going ahead and going to enter the paint sector altogether, isn't it?
Well, yes, a lot of action in the paint industry, and that's Grasim's entry into the paint sector. The announcement was made earlier, but the official inauguration of their first ever plant is to be done today in Panipat, and that has stirred the competition, right? Because in fact, our correspondent Sumit Chaturvedi is in Panipat for the inauguration of the plant. So let's go across first to him for what this entry means for the paint industry and what should we look out forward to. Sumit, take it away.
Well, let's first start with how the overall plant looks like. We are here at Panipat Industrial Zone, and this is the beginning of a new era for Aditya Birla Group through Grasim Industries, where this Opus brand, as we can see here, is everywhere. This is the plant through which they will enter today into the paint segment, the paint market. It's worth 70,000 crore rupees. It's currently dominated by many players, including Asian Paints, Kansai Nerolac, and Berger Paints. But with the Grasim industry coming into this, the competition is going to be further heated up in this segment. Well, company, through its chairman, will officially launch this Opus brand through this Panipat plant of Aditya Birla Group. Kumar Mangalam Birla, chairman, will virtually launch 2 more plants, one in Ludhiana and one in Tamil Nadu. Talking about the investment, 10,000 crore rupees have already been invested by the group so far into this, and going forward they will invest more. The distribution network is great as far as the group is concerned. The total capacity, annual capacity, is going to be 1,300,000 liters, million liters per annum. So it's a massive plant, and Grasim's entry into the whole market is going to take it on a different level altogether. As far as Grasim Industries is concerned, they aim to become second most profitable player in this segment. So a lot of competition is expected into the whole segment as far as the paint industry is concerned. Company was eyeing it so for many months since it was announced, and today is the day when it will be officially launched at this Panipat plant of Aditya Birla Group's Grasim Industries.
Thank you so much for that, Sumit. You're on the ground. We will touch base as and when the plant will be inaugurated. But let's hear out the editor's take on what Nikunj Dalmi actually makes of this entire competition increasing in the paint sector.
In terms of the announcement, in terms of the grandstanding, in terms of what their thoughts are, in terms of how they would really be challenging the entire current incumbents in the paint industry, a lot would be known today. The Birlas have come and they're challenging the entire dominance of Asian Paints and others in the paint industry. Why is that crucial? Because for the first time you got competition coming from a large group, because JSW did move into the paint business, but their investment was that not large. We're looking at about 10,000 crore kind of an investment coming from the Birla Group. So this is something which really would be the exciting watchword for the market per se. And given that, they have such a large commitment, will the entire setup of the paint industry change? From a market standpoint, could there be a price war? Could there be a P compression? Could there be is this the geo moment for the paint industry? That we'll only get to know when the press release and when the entire strategy forward would be announced by Mr. Birla. But from a market standpoint, look, this is exciting because paint stocks in India have been the highest wealth creators. Asian Paints, Berger, they've been highest wealth creators. Incumbent comes in, and this incumbent is coming in with a big pocket and a strong distribution and a great brand. So obviously it will have impact on the paint industry and the pricing per se. Just think about it. Reliance came and challenged Birlas in the telecom space. Adani came and challenged Birlas in the cement space. Birlas are coming out and challenging Asian Paints in the paint space.
So So that's all about the picture of the paint industry as of now, and editors' take on the same as well. But with this, let's also get the take of our experts for today on the show. Let me welcome on board Vivek Karwa from Vriddhi Investments on the fundamental side, and on the technical front, Kush Bohra is joining us. A very good morning to both of you. And Vivek, first of all, what's your take coming in with the Grasim's official entry into the paint sector with the inauguration of their first ever plant? And at this point in time, let me put it simply, which one of them will you buy, Asian Paints or Grasim?
First of all, the competition is heating up, as Nikunj was saying. And whenever the competition is going to heat up, and if there is some, say, even little bit of flow going from Asian Paint and Berger, which are the leaders in this segment, there should be PE compression for sure. Now, these companies have been suffering, and most of them are off highs from recent past. And most of these companies have been suffering from input costs, which was crude. But luckily now crude is below 80 even now, and that gives a good signal. So what I find is the valuation, if you look at longer term, the valuations are still above medium. And there should be some kind of PE compression or price correction, which should slowly happen. But stocks like Asian Paints are looking like have bottomed out. So what I will suggest is split up your buying maybe into 4 or 5 parts and slowly add up as it goes down. So it is not going to go up in hurry for sure, because with the competition heating up, people are going to be careful. But if there is any sort of correction, slow and steadily, you should accumulate.
So that's the take coming in from Vivek. Very good morning to you, Vivek. Good morning to you as well. Question, what's your take coming in on these paint counters? No doubt, along with the rest of the paint counters, you have Grasim also that is under pressure. But now, would you also consider Grasim as a paint counter while going ahead and analyzing all these paint stocks? Or what's your favorite pick in the paint arena?
Hi, Cheryl. A very good morning to you, to Vivek, Christy, and all the viewers. Well, truth be told, from a technical lens, the only colors I see are red and green, the ones that I'll put up on my candle. But if we were to compare, the charts of, let's say, a couple of these counters, well, honestly, and not a very encouraging sign in all of these, right? I mean, Grasim, if we today, for discussion's sake, paint it as, for a lack of better word, as paint stock, then even this is the one that stands out, or rather, this is the only one that stands out. Otherwise, if you see, most of these names have been under a bit of selling pressure for the last 3 to 4 months. The big boy, Asian Paints, it's very close to its support zone. I think, if that breaks, we could see much lower levels on, Asian Paints also. So if we were to put Grasim under the same bucket, then yes, this is the only stock that is actually doing well. Perhaps one other stock that technically does stand out a little is Berger Paints. Otherwise, the likes of Axo Nobel, Kansai, Nerolac, Indigo Paint, all of them have seen a lot of pressure. They won't be featuring in my top 10 list of stocks anytime soon, it seems like.
All right, so that's the view coming in from both of our experts when I talk about the paint sector in particular.